is building this year buying etna konyaso no afibia na enkwala be 100,000 and omo katrefie just because one omo ntumi nyeske on betu school fees akọ school two school adana wo hono no so ntimi kai mo bibi obana kotro BC wenya grade 15 16 yes a cut off point wenya 9 a ntumi nko school wenya 13 a ntumi nko school ntakola wako school wenya 15 18 now anka on moye eso ko school no na wakatrefie because yankasa asoman ya introduce artificial cut off point ya de tin kola ni bi free o isa ne school adan ho no endro so na afi so omokra o ma qualify o betumi akono so sika won betua no bebe na enibi. And yet we had a government that was there then at a time that could not be bothered, could not care less. 2012 na ne kufa the sign by BM because still you see developing a human resource you embre ko o your mind when developing a human resource the one man mebu entumi anko school e bedu bebe no e be kwatia wankasa mo hwe na mo nto aba mame Ghana for MDC for the intro nkete kasadent nkete tuntuma o mo say e brown sa ene e to aba momo e bra o mampeni dada mahama be your mampeni from the year 2013. In fact obeka che why yes we dey or spare driver or say or spare driver ma Professor Mills this said Professor Mills ni what there ye man be main driver oka wo debate aye debate ase oka ho ye man be main driver na omboa oman no for each of the years obey your mampeni no ojagana forma omu niska etenefie no mesika forma no mo metumetu yanko akọ school as one boa me onye ni ba na me so me ntumi anko school den mu bia be ye den na metumi atwe me ho afie onye mu na metumi aboa nchimba e wo me fie he couldn't be bothered. In fact at the time Nana Danko Ekufuado promise say oba or the Free City High School near the beba no na NDC for ekasetia fellows kwacho fosu or say Nanado's SHS policy is fraud ene ewie oti radio so Muhammad de free SHS buy Muhammad de buy why Muhammad de ade na wo say e fraud ne buy free SHS na wo say e fraud Muhammad de buy or say a member of the NDC communications team Felix Koshof Fosu Akwache is asking Ghanaians not to buy into Nana Ekufuado's manifesto promise to make education at senior high school free, saying the policy is misleading and fraught with misdiagnosis. Some Brennan name for policy the cry, Yenyama policy name ye, Yenyam by Abemu Krayo, a idea kakana, Nana Danko Ekufuado diabano. Some Brennan crown, or be catch a Ghana for say Mamun TMP before. I don't know can you fraud and trunk one credianim Felix Kwachofusu. NDC education minister no wo at that time. E catch a Ghana for nyina or say free SHS is vision impossible. Minister or your education minister. The Minister of Education says the opposition MPP is building castles in the air with its promise of free senior high school education. Lee Okran insists the policy would have been implemented a long time ago by Ghana's first president, Dr. Nkrumah, if the policy was achievable. Lee Okrana, no young minister for education. At the time, Anna, assessor of Buane and Matumiko school, in here from Matumiko Bino, NDC minister, no, EBN, no, a catch a Ghana for you, say, MPP for vision, some of the free SHS Bebano, a impossible, and ya deal be a bit to me, a be. Empo, a baby a bind be to me, a and Kakwame Nkrumah, ye. Now, esa Kwame Nkrumah to me ayenti, and ya dia bind be a bit to me. This is the NDC. The same NDC and they say, "Omunomode free SHS buy." Free SHS is most ridiculous of all promises in Ghana's history. Harry Naidusu. December 2012, or say free SHS na Nanado air promise no so the bebano. Or do you want to say, "Ohun a baby a wom, oni baby Nanado kofa asa adwene free." Inti Ghana for enye day. Mbongu sambre na omokeka sanyama we nyina ekutia free SHS omokeka sanyama we nyina no na nkola ebre ewo classroom baze na ebeba ha no momayentie ebi eto de bia meka wo se meka nsem ne sa mo ahwa na mo fi se eye me na meka madwen enti anse na ebeba de aka no so no Mumente videos here did this week. Yente the penning for the kind. Miss Somebody the kind. Mumbo fellas quite sure for soon some more cafe free senior school. Mundi can one, mommy.
For me, it is nothing short of a vote buying gimmick. That free SHS policy. It does not make sense one bit.
Then you say everybody should go to school for free, eat free, no fees. Parents, you don't pay anything. Even the students should come and eat for free. Menchi be that. The day I heard it, I saw welcome to the communist utopia. That is it. Even the Soviet Union didn't try such thing.
When today you are hearing Nana Akufo-Addo and the MPP going all over the country shouting free SHS, free SHS, free SHS. That is what you call all lie be lie.
Party of impossibilities. NDC for Omadrin, I don't know. Be no ebeboa Ghana my omudom gidi se be yeda. To the extent that fellas kwacho for so non radio one station to the other. Defending the boss is on the free SHS by no. Be na no kai said the free SHS is nothing but a political gimmick. It doesn't make sense one bit. The West no. What's not TV so catch a Ghana for you and say ade na ye ka say it doesn't make sense one bit. Na nyasa bi anim adwin bi anim sa free SHS le keka no. Na a political gimmick ade bi aye kan ade abeji vote keke. Minister for Education Leo Kran be na no tena TV so catch a Ghana for you and say the eka na ye di agro keke yedim de eka. And yet feasible. Obey the free SHS. Now Soviet Union crying to me a free SHS. Then another kano say Ghana ni biya call be funny bag. No akwa secondary school. Na the purpose asanke yada. That is what the Minister for Education it's so boa Ghana for. Na ye to me enya obi eba eco school no. That was the thinking, and that is what he said about the free senior high school. General Secretary of the NDC. The General Secretary of the NDC, Fifi Kwete, a Gina TV so, a fair press conference, a catch a Ghana phone, you say, San another promise now, all members say, Montu Abama no my free SHS. A year entro, na a year all lie be lie policy, a year entron contumpo policy, and ya de bebasu and ne, a bebasu echna. This is the very first time in anybody's life, I say, Abayo Tia Konyaso. To me, ekutia opposition party policy idea. Said no poto every minus said the poto like they did with the free senior high school policy. Now, and check and he nyanti as he say and he say videos will be by who TV so news will be who TV so nyina newspaper say publishing nyina ekutia free SSS nyina say NDC for and etua hoka yentie dia yewura kwaku ba ko kan say NDC for and a sponsor advert editor free SHS promiser Nanado was given at that time. You should video wait here on Embra.
NDC for was a one person free education free SHS. No what adverts were from a company be some civil society group and adverts now we in ya ni baby no what scan fiber. Peace FM winning. It was yes, a presidential staffer who was the one, the cash man. Hey. An official, yeah, then the pocket money.
No sponsor those adverts.
Yes. What you want or two buy me paper? It will try. It will receipt in the BBR invoice. That's why I know. Church mercy. Yeah, they paid. They had to pay. My boys were uncomfortable using them, so come on, go ahead, use it. They are a business.
Enti free senior high school now. Former President Mahama to me jina yenim kache and say, honor the buyer. Say na otuya newspapers, etuya TV stations, ema moye advert tia policy no. Say the be Ghana for NTA, no matter a beti na Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Mume hear some of the adverts omo ye tia free. In fact, omo acting movies nyina editia free senior school. Mama hear advert the back sisi anembra.
Mrs. Matthew, I mean, so free senior high school na me be variable. If I try no pray woman is fair. You need enough classrooms. You need enough dormitories. You need enough teachers. You need enough science resource center. To me, part show. It's me,
Headmistress, but all kind of sad, I mean, you free senior high school, I have one the road TV so radio see. And just said, you're okay, better than your my sweating up.
Ghana man, associate here, and Sana idea fata. Or my Ghana ever die SHS free. While Brian near my among whom a team.
I'm paying for it. Summer had a pino, I am in a crane. So, only Valanda, a better with me. I feel wait yet.
Wait till I have to trust on my Ghana man. Now you're saying at Tumufu, someone to Maba and Farmer, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and then the NDC. Now, I'm on to a better Ghana agenda. There is a better Ghana agenda. Every so ACC dormitories, classroom blocks, dining halls, science resource centers, computer laboratories, and then you can one a man who must see a team. Never Ghana.
A real sempa and yet hono. Now we are awful, and now we are ba. We are mobile we be out if ye, and you may watch next chapter show. Now we share our advert here. NDC as a political party, it to me ye. Every cracker say vote for John Dramani Mahama for better Ghana. Now better Ghana no NSA. And nani eja afaneba. Edina ko secondary school some de ombe school. Na mo ye drama. Na headmistress ne kache nkola ne say ye ni school dan. Ye ni dormitory block abedem. Nti kofie. Emma papa no kwa bisa say ah. Na free senior school won kan wasem yi. Say mo ni school dan dormitory block ye mbaba de akobia. NDC for asemo mo kan ne say ye de hia ayesa ye de afata. Nti say omun si Ghana high school dan nyina nwie ye. Ensi dormitory block nyina nwie ya. Ghana fon kola de de ye koso ba fam ebi mu ko school ye be san omo no makofie. Ne bisa on hwan ba na etrefie na hwan ba na eko school. Na manunti na dru baby no ohia fomba ene sika fomba entumi enye school dan mu kwan antra no because here kwaye placement yi na ye admission yi ohia ni ba ote kuku a echi ho no wa ebeye den no no ne sika ni ba be pre wo pesek ebeye den no wotumi abetwem nkran akọ Cape Coast akọ pre wo Wesley Girls Infantipim school. So it was a class system in the creating an education system. This is the most absurd advert. Ah, we say any political party be and you have some papa say political party. It to me advert be say catch a gun and then say ye any school dying, ye any dormitory block into for banako into wine ba in a wuji say ye pre akonya ba ko ebe to me atena so wine ba in a country fee in a wine bar in a enco school. And you advert when one of you. Omo ya advert when you know. Almost also cocra demonstration science yaso. A charnum, etia free senior high school. When I heard demonstration, it's your name, bra. Na Sambrea na NDC for no supporters nam krom demonstration march free education 419 free education 419 ekra placards etumi de akukudro kache Ghana for say monto abeti anado na free education on can possible enkoma kra ntumi aye Soviet Union kra ntumi aye obia ntumi ye anka etumi yanka yadada enda fam na wakofa nti monto abenti MPP Sambre no na wase candidate sacked from exam hall over unpaid fees April 2015 omo ye advert say ento abentia free senior high school no na Ghana fomba ye pamo mu fi classroom Sambre no na results of 51,000 fee owing wase candidate blocked nkola omo try exam say we are omo deka 20th August 2016 na akabe 4 months dey ekotoba 2016 na also not the free SHS abada no Sambre no na nkwala 51,000 edeka ema ya block of wasi enso sambre na mu no so the free senior high school aba nyame ncha de yene nemu a ena nyame adaroma yebenya na nado danko ekufuado ohwe nkola ye block yo mo resource nkola ye pamo mu fi exams for na imagine ebia me de me hu bi da say wo di school fees ka wo ya akola na wo classroom na wo di school fees ka na wo de bia ye be pamo school fees a wo di nka ho ye ba classroom bia na ye be pamo school fees a wo di nka ho. It kills the confidence of the child. It demeans the child in the eyes of his colleagues. Or losing his self-pride. Eyi na attention efi adesua so. E affected ne persona. The performance in class e affected because the biawo de e ba class e be pamo e bodi. The na for say omo. Ayonko for treachery omo. Enti enya de papa say wo ba e school fees ka. Enya de papa say wo ba class exams or trade exams near pamono. Just imagine. Now your course school ya near your school fees your school we know. Say what exams for near be pamono me kwa de na me aboaje. Enti me kai pa 306063 me index na no. Number 3 because of AB nti ba akotia da mete 3 na ya be pamono ni ese sori kona kope school fees bra afi na ukogira bonti ni teacher aka na mwahihye udemika wo court beza ho na wakache beza se mesrew wo de mame trace abso wi amabehwe na beza a consider e to de bi o mo wasani undertaking na osamba betrase ya wo ba no na obi ehwe oba dia trace exams na sa wan yo lucky na se beza ma okwan ma metna se dia na se ya trace exams na jawo na ye the results ba na ebebobo na ye order of merit obi anka wa ben anka wo trace exams bi anka betumi akọ number 1 number 2 no na wo das here because you couldn't write the exams. That is how bad the situation is for the poor, and the government needed to give them a solution. Instead of getting a solution for these poor children, he was rather running adverts against the poor child. He was rather demonstrating against the poor child. That is who John Mahama, the former president, His Excellency, and his political party, that is who they are. They are mentioned there. Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo, after 8 years of fights, 8 years of working hard and calling on the people of Ghana, say, Muntu Abamame, na Muntu Abamame, me make sure say me the free SHS bebano. Immediately oba be mu pepe and ode free senior high school ebaye. Oba be mu in fact, within the first 6 months na washa say odi free senior high school ho ejuma. Mo me show ambra na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo announce free senior high school. Or share Minister for Education then, and then running mate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe said, Bomode na he, said next time, Nkola Iko School, Ghana ni biya babe koni free. Mome he embra oya announcement no Kwapaman School. Ne yesa so hwe embra, the running mate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, a launch free senior high school, ewa Adenta West African Senior Secondary School. Mome he si ane embra.
Omampani na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo edi nsemi etudwa ewo Kwapaman Secondary School ebra na omudi omumfie etoso aduosia broni beka 60th anniversary no ena omoto nsafre na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo na no omampani kire mu se eto my Ghana ma enim efi September aboso ebewre mu no eyade a obi obekọ secondary school bia no ontua sika bia.
Ghana, unlike Singapore, is blessed with natural resources, and it should be easier to educate our population once we summon the courage to take the right decisions. We in the NPP have always believed that leadership is about making choices. My government has made education one of its topmost priorities. It is time to use the proceeds from our natural resources to help educate the population to drive our economic transformation. Instead of the revenues from our mineral and oil resources ending up in the hands of a few people, I am of the firm belief that the most equitable and progressive way of using these revenues is to educate and empower our population. I have said it on occasion, and it bears repeating here. To our dying shame, some Ghanaian children still never make it to the classroom. That is something that cannot and should not continue. We must ensure that every child in Ghana gets an education. The proposal made during the 2008, 2012, and 2016 elections
We have the indefatigable MP here, Honorable Boniface Abubakar, who also the Minister of State in charge of.
This morning we are gathered here in the name of the arguably the most exciting, most far-reaching, and most revolutionary policy in a generation in this country. And I'm honored to stand before you to perform a role in this launch. 6 decades ago, this country attained formal independence. The nation founders believed in her destiny and set her on the path of progress and prosperity. Today, we take an important step on that journey. From today onwards, no child will ever be denied senior high school education simply because his or her family is unable to afford it. This is what the free SHS policy is about.
Today is a very happy day for the good people of Ghana, for the government, and for me personally. I'm here this morning.
Let's put it on record. As at Sambria, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe Elanche Free Senior High School. Na Ghana. Akole bia oko school the term before. Na abaye emano bail. Emano kutuya sa bail no. Now let's put it on record. Say wunya admission na oko school fresher. Niama mienu na school ne dema. Yama u school fees bail. A okako tuya. Yewi ani ama prospectus. A okako tonoma. Every SHS student knows this. They are free senior high school here and say eje sabe ona beza ne de ma ono. Sabe obi na Jomama in 2016 October, His Excellency in 2016 October, or the ma acquaintance any Accra High School in Kolano. Sabe ono na nado danko ekufado efimre obedi president ebepemone akole bi enu ya mane sabe oni bi. No child, no Ghanaian child do wako secondary school ya mane sabe oni bi. Ye free ho. Emene ehia fuomba etubi bese efi Busa North. Ebenya admission wo Wesley Girls. No mo so omobaba akọ Wesley Girls no be fia. Ono so etu aka se meba ko wegehe. Ehia fuomba etumi fi wasa echi baby. Ebese eba presec no matter the distance because eye free. Nti ono so tumi baby na ono so wi a o se menso meba akọ presec. Ofie chichi no waba Okwapeman school. Ono so to be ka say menso me babo Okwapeman school. Na ono so to me network with several other people. This has only been possible simply because of free senior high school. It was never, ever, ever present under John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. How did this man ever have the confidence to ever stand in front of us and tell us, honor the free senior high school by free senior high school aba you cost a free a friend say I improve quality of education. I infrastructure yi ya expand enrollment cost in college obia obenya admission bi opeso ko school bia na oko both for technical vocational education and the regular senior high school ni nyina enrollment e cost you see a friend saying labs ma school see you see projects school diner almost say ye get the fata and say the sending no ebi mun kan tire fie no ye man kwala ni nyina ko school omu ko school no na ye see school down. And today we have built more senior high school infrastructure than the NDC ever did in their 8 years, without leaving any child who wants to go to school at home. Ye see school down, dormitory block, classroom blocks, dining halls, any assembly blocks, teachers bungalow. Ye see the door our secondary school system send their NDC abanye in 8 years. Ye no embra ye nja akolebia opese oko school no ye nya no ofie. It's a 1 hour person obeko. But almost say no. Ye de CNC we nyina nwie ya. Ye ma nkola no dodo na ye den enko school. Yen ye si esen yomo. And at the same time, you're making sure say nkola no dodo na akọ school. Esen yomo. That is the biggest difference between us and the NDC. Ye ni nyina no. Ye ni nyina no. The quality of the secondary school education in terms of delivery and the content, has been protected. And who soon sounds one year. In Collector English language, 2015, Dodo pass a year 45.2%, 2017 52.2%, 2018 46.7%, 2019 49%, 2023 73% of Nkola Ekotro exams or how much chemu ediosomiensa Nkola Ekotro social and a pass in English language. Answer na free SHS bebe na emu eduananum 45% pe in the to me pass English and they 73%. Answer na free senior high school beba no na Nkola to me pass science 28% pe and they almost 66.8%. Answer na free senior high school beba no na Nkola to me pass mathematics e wo man we mu 32% pe and they 62.23%. Answer na free senior high school beba na Nkola to be passive social studies 57.4% and they 76.76%. Enti ya the free senior high school aba Nkola ni nyina to me akọ school at the same time Nkola ne performance sing send na free senior high school here den emba ye no ye ni nyina na ye fa teacher for o hwe teacher for dodo aya form in the period that you implemented free senior high school, it tells you the difference between MPP and the NDC. Yeah, you know, now you improve without leaving anybody's child at home. Almost say Debbie, and no, and fata. Into Yamo Bia and Telefie, near me Bumuka on the street, near the PCA, and Sayama on my day, and Momuquai Amomaba. I feel they are starting free SHS. Free SHS, a Koso, yeah, Ghana for budget so. Come once oh September free SHS beba oh September free SHS policy is a hoax. Free SHS populist rhetoric the same fellows kwachu fosu menyi ni say obi wo bai we mu a waka setia ehia fo mba say fellows kwachu fosu da wo hwe free SHS nsem na bebo ehia fo ni nyina fellows wo mu waka setia ehia fo mba a block your success than any other politician in this country. Felix now you born a video now say free SHS it makes no sense no after you say it's populist rhetoric just say populist just say yeah age fans and dey ebe to me yeah bibia nim the same fellows kwacho fosu no after you do 2019 you implemented free SHS for 2 years or back or say free SHS was hastily implemented. Free SHS now or say a scam. Free SHS now say into me yeah free SHS now say nyanse bia nim free SHS now say a populist no after 2 years later, I say I didn't cry. I'm a pre on here. A DNA. Mobile agri makwaye. Enti and one sem bebre. Ya kaisa munjai because I'm pre on here. The same kwacho fusu. Spio Gabra. I say free SHS Lancaster Crana Mokano. Impossible 2017 August. And that but you are now then I'm okay. O Baba mu January 2017. Was say me the free SHS beba September what be that. And yeah possible. And this is Spio Gabra. Okudjo to Ablakwa honorable MP for Ton or say free SHS no are unsustainable won't stand the test of time ade no mugu hu fi advert see aye almost say impossible obi aye bida Soviet Union kwent bi aye no all of a sudden ye gusu aye afede mo say ade ne kra enche ebetwem ade ne begu eya do betumi aye akwachi enche bi ebegu nti ye forget Okudjo to Ablakwa Okudjo to na assign by biem or say MPP's free SHS will collapse education. Afede and yes ye to be ye biemo and yes I impossible biemo and yes I scam biemo afede o say ebe collapse Ghana secondary education. Demonstrate against free SHS. NDC aspiring flag bearer. O say Ghana for free SHS mun tweetia mun ye demonstration intia Spio Gabra any former trade minister. O say Ghana for ye demonstration entia free senior high school education because omo de your man say yeah men here for kwan no money esika form betina dan ba kumu emo mu nyina ma entumi nya opportunity. NDC will fiercely resist free SHS 2017 omampani akufado nya epa ho to maka say first time mo be cost September e be free pay omo say there be minority leader NDC for our parliament say yempre om flag bearer mo instruction say mo kutia ye be resist fiercely resist rich say ye de ye moja na ye bibia ahode nyina e be kwetia ade na mpesa mo ye no. That is NDC. Afede kwacho fosu sama ka chamo say wa kaseti enyafo o mai we mu esi obi afeles kwacho fosu o say you can't use oil revenue to fund free SHS. Ade na mo say entumi ye, ade na mo say scam, ade na mo say ebinsi do obi entumi ye no. Afede o say ye ma mo kwan na mo mfa oil sika no enhwe enyafo mba. Ntiti ade we yi o. Ye ma mo kwan na mo mfa oman sika enhwe omanfo. Oman sika no. Ye ma mo kwan na mo mfa enhwe omanfo. That is what Kwachi Ofosu said. Afedi eko VH no. Adena start ekoso ekoye 2019 May. NDC to sue government over free SHS cash. Ebe sue mo. Sika na mo de hwe free SHS for no ye mpene so. Nti ye dem be court. Ampani ampom de ye court. In Supreme Court Supreme Court eto case no etwe Boko Central MP Honorable Ayarega de MPP abai court. Nti for the record ebusiafo NDC SCU MPP ewo court for free SHS. NDC the MPP court for implementing free SHS. The same NDC comes to tell you say omudo free SHS by yento aso. Free SHS. NDC only said it was going to be difficult to implement and never against it. Mokai Spio Gabra semna mediche musisi ano. Spio Gabra no kai say Ghanaians should demonstrate against it no. Spio Gabra no kai say free SHS no yentumi ye no. Afede ye free SHS e koso o se wo ade no kra no yankase ntia we never against it o. Yankase ntia na mmom no ye de kai ne say ne ye be yeden. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Yankase ntia niema media chebu nyina ne videos amedia bo mamu nyina yi ndisi fo nya akukudo be ka cheze o yankase ntia ne mo ne yese ne ye be yeden. Afedie ye keka kona ye keka nsem na ye guso a ye kana omo se oh ade ne kra senka mo ka senka kamo be ni se ya anka ye kra eche mo kwan foforo a ye be ye no na ade na nkasa enye se obi a we ndisi mu efisro ebepe mo fam egu 3 SHS won fi mo menti da opemu na nkasa e ka fa 3 SHS won penny na nkasa former president Mahama kasa mo menti do ka fa 3 SHS won
2 billion cedis for free SHS for this academic year. If you have 2 billion more to spend on education, will you spend all of it on free SHS so that each
say or no? Say over 2 billion aka ahia de be free senior school oka ba ku bi so binim say bi o sa video no ho a eno brofo ne wa nti ko ka wi a nka ma hese metu a cheche mu o say will not implement free SHS on the whimsical BBB me say mo sa video da mo sa video de ma me why.
I'm saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS.
Enti ebusafo mutie dia NDC fo aye nyina na mutie dia NDC fo aka nyina na ebepem ne bibia free SHS akwa akodu na se mote se Mahama see on the free SHS buyer. How does it make you feel? Momenti dia nano ya about a week ago. Mahama ni media for share. Momenti dia kai.
Even let's take progressive free SHS. It's a policy, the free SHS. I launched the free SHS. And so you can't say that we have not had any social intervention. Even let's take progressive free SHS. It's a policy, the free SHS. I launched the free SHS. And so you can't say that we have not had any social intervention. Even let's take progressive free SHS. It's a policy, the free SHS. I launched the free SHS.
Nah, what's your confidence? Where your confidence? Or the guy say, I launched the free SHS. Now, on one MP, some George can anyone. Some other watch some George in him. When I can say anyone, because some George Crano, when the first time Oti say NDC, and I launch free SHS. On anyone, some George I can say was a and then I me papa kiki. What I should him, what I want to say some George. Or anyone would I watch some George, Shano. Yeah. I say, hey, then I papa kiki. Because it is shocking. Mr. Musambo video ni biyo mami. Musambo biyo. Play the video again. Why your mama was saying it's one of the free SHS buying. Please play it again.
I launched the free SHS. And so you can't say that we have not had any social intervention. Even let's take progressive free SHS. It's a policy, the free SHS. I launched the free SHS. And so you can't say that we have not had any social intervention. Even let's take progressive free SHS. It's a policy, the free SHS. I launched the free SHS.
Say, wow, share media for a material, they themselves, they didn't see this coming. They are shocked to the bone. Say, akukudro no kra utumidi jina ho. A cast has a monocrampono, and a M1. Moment here, the Okai say he will not implement free HSS on the whimsical baby. No, Mr. Mombos have video. Mombos have video.
That Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS. I'm saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already.
Nipana 2016 Oya campaign, Oya 2016 Oya campaign. Ojina 2016 campaign platform so. And all catch Ghana for you and say, we will not implement free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Nipchi say, yeah, for free SHS mba. Simply because politician bia ne nia bre no say chinchina achi. E so dia mampeni e promise inti yenye ne enye ne china. 2016 campaign. 2024. In fact, between 2017 bepe mo ne, your mama, His Excellency, on your mampeni da between 2017 to now. Inti asa 2016 na ye kwakoto aba. Now we catch Ghana for nyina say you will not implement free SHS on a whimsical promise of a desperate politician. We implemented free SHS simply because Nana Akufo de Nani Abre no say chenchina chese your mampeni air promise no. Eba ne saying in 2024 utumi catch Ghana for nyina say una the free SHS by in 2015. Eno na menti ase no. Eno na menti ase no. Obi beka na say I can't think far. How is this possible? How can we even allow this to happen? Now, essential for a core program, they asked a lot of questions. But I think Senka they should have done more. Because for you to have this man standing in front of you and glaringly lying, all trying to money in India, can say soon you do a mukakra. Now, the MS say, ni nyina so baako a ode back ni nkontompo ne ntro ne say ukọ Google a ye was story bi wo Google a e kire say Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Mahama's free SHS is good news for Ghana. Say Nana Addo aka o baby say Mahama free SHS e good news for Ghana. Ni nyina so no problem. Mama yan hade ye ba be ko school kakra. The Nana Addo headline all can new. Mahama's free SHS good news for Ghanaians. 6 March 2014. Yan kind story no. Or say the 2012 presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, Nana Akufo-Addo, says the president's decision to implement the free senior high school education in 2015 is good news for Ghanaians and should be welcomed by all. In an interview with an Accra-based Oman FM, Nana Addo said if the president and his National Democratic Congress now considers the free SHS education policy possible, then it is good for Ghanaians. I see it as good news to Ghanaians. Everything we politicians do is to improve the lives of the people and to benefit Ghanaians. It's good news to all of us, Ghanaians, he reiterated. 2012 presidential candidate Nana Akufo-Addo say, abiding decision, and on Mampeni Jo Mahama decision say, Afia Edaye Nimuno. Afia Edaye Nimuno. That is 2015. Nana Addo Kasa in 2014. Sambrero, na former President Mahama announced say, Afia Edaye Nimu 2015. No. Afe die. Free SHS na wegu hu fia kan tama say nya de papa no. Afe die or the beba in 2015. Nana Addo so, oh, say, oni o my FM na kasa na Addo ni o my FM na kasa so, oh, say o mampenini NDC aban afe die o maba be hu say ade ya make 152,080 afe die ya de papa na possible na say almost say next year 2050 the beba dia any good news I say papa ye bom obaso. After all, politicians ye niam ye nyina na say bema tememufo abrabo aye dey akonanim. It is a yampani ampa say 2015 afi ya dey enimi or the free senior high school beba dia ene me de me bom me jim friend say me som na I think say a good news. Ebusiafo mimbisa masembio anje bia in the year 2015 munya free senior high school ewo my way mo na 2016 resource friend say bill ena me de kire mu yi nti at what point in 2015 ena Pampeni Mahama e de free senior high school here dey e baye. If there is anything at all, Pampeni Mahama has to come and apologize to Ghanaians and Nana Addo for lying and misleading all of us. Say Odada or mining in say 2015 or the free SHS beba one farmer. Now 2016 krano in Kola Eco School krano still a oma bill to the extent say 2016 in Kola Eco acquaintance. I call a friend is a cry school a day school. Krampona or no kase on my day school ye free no 2016 October no krano near Pamun Kola from going to write their exams because omu the school fees ka na school fees na usi wetua momo no e ba ne sen no omu the school fees ka school fees na usi wetua momo no e ba ne sen ena wo momo bill aha ena me ne journalist na ene na omampeni ko hia no me do mo nya adwe se kama na nka papa yi ka se me nyina yi nka se mo bisa no questions say papa anya bia obetima man ye beneficiary ba ko pe of free SHS na de ba ye na journalism no yes so be catch if someone say it's raining and another person says it's dry, it is not your job to quote them both. Your job is to look out the window and find out which is true. Obi be catch will say in so to now obi for also catch will say a form awa would dear and say ube bie and pomano na washa say e no krese nsuo to ana efemawo one man me kan che say kofisi nsuo to ama say efemawo nti me wie maduma. That is not journalism. They ask very good questions, very important questions, but they failed to probe. Nti papa no e den tro e nanti mu ema say nye next chapter daroma ina nyumre ye bie nsemu atene to a nkode 1990 mu saa ekọ na dia ya ne se samre na o ka yen se o de free SHS ba no na wama Accra High School for day school wama mobile na Imbo Bansi Nicholas akotua school fees na Ghana Secondary Technical School first years 12 October 2016 yama mo admission bill so mo kotua na Otu Samuel akotua furniture fees Otu Samuel akotua school fees Otu Samuel etua wase registration na GS a release fees for SHS year na ye kwakoto abana wase we real wama free SHS a year free a year before no na GS a release a friend say a fees na de ya kra ne say se wo ba akọ Twitter say o kwakodi agro Twitter na okodi nkoma wo ba be kodo na professor wo ocha de o marketing at University of Ghana atro Twitter say VAR ne ye football we say ye bobo ne ye shego ne wie sana e chinje ba na referees na ko gina ho na o mahwe no ene VAR professor na kwa ko gina ade no ho catch watch of Twitter nyina say Mohammed's free SHS good news for Ghanaians nanado inti professor say watch nanado na nanado kra so ekaye say Mohammed free SHS good for Ghana. This is a professor who call online na say we are innocent na say we take care we be kono because professor atronti na wakwa gi atum na wa GAD one kind how the professor of the University of Ghana Business School failed to read the story to know say the story is false. The Muhammad can yes and a story ne say o promise yes how the free SHS but now say oh I feel the when we say the papa the name boy abaso one famba how the professor failed to know that it was a promise Muhammad made for which reason another said it was good news and the professor thought say when you VAR be achi and I don't know that is what beats my imagination and that is the risk we all stand as a people if we don't fight this misinformation and disinformation. This is a professor spreading misinformation and disinformation, a professor of marketing spreading disinformation. Now oko Twitter nijuma odiaro no oko Twitter nijuma odiaro no or the professor na kata nanim in order transfer or the dane nsam into obey the 16 obey the 18 no oko Twitter no nim say osua dey fi professor no ha nsam a ennimu no ntro ne nkontombo nko a and the mom. But the good news is that the Gen Zs no more 2024 no they can go online, they can read. It's a brother old transfer no na Gen Zs ni bi tro obi say format and settings man. They say oya brante power but we say the papa ne kan no format intro and na old channel. But I say the Muhammad talking is it not the same person who had the opportunity earlier or it is a different one? The good news is that young people are seeing through the lies and fabrications of former President Mahama. And they all know, say, and yes, some no canning nana ever found hook, line, and sinker. And you may, a dear Bako pe, and ye bay. A car and tron and Mako 13 and trot 13 in the which a media engagement. Yamia Duma Quesiada 5 p.m. or so. Ye day. And trying to do one also by day, Abeka, but answer your becono. Modia Moma yentie the Ghana for a cafa free SHS no. Yentie the Ghana for a cafa free CHS no. Near the no in a bit for ene. The fact tonight is that Mahama never introduced free senior high school. Mahama and fa free senior high school and back Ghana da. Empo, the Oya and say, Okutia free senior high school. Emma or the MPP are buying Echo Court for free senior high school. Na Ghana for any tuya, Ghana for ehum, Mahama amfa nipa baako pa oye beneficiary of the free senior high school in Brani Enche. Nanado add the 3 million in Kwalani nyina eba beja Independence Square. Ono so fa ne de Brani Enche say ampa why na one man yimu a or benefit one impo for Mohammed's free SHS. Yesho de Ghana for a kafa free senior high school no.
2015 in be yokumena admission yach motor no me is anima pay 1,600 in here 1,000 is 600 na e wahele
14 years when I dropped out of school because I was pregnant. That was in the year 2009. I was 14 years by then. So since then, when I had my first child, I was having this desire to go back to school. But because of financial constraint, I was working to provide for myself and for my child. So I decided I would go back to school. So as I was preparing, I got pregnant again because I was staying with a man. So I had to drop that desire again and start all over. But along the line, I had the desire that I wanted to go back to school. And unfortunately, I got pregnant the third one. Yes. But after that, I decided I would go to school. So I left the man and I started my life. From there, I started selling to provide for myself and the children. And many people were advising me that I was brilliant, that I should go back to school. So I took the bold step and I went to so-called Bawumia MAGHS Form 2. That was 2018. And in 2019, I wrote my BEC and I passed. I was admitted in Maoli School, which was last year. I want to thank the government. I know it's not only me that is going through this, and because of the free SHS, I've come back to school. There are a lot out there. To me, it is a good thing. It is a good thing, and I thank the government. I want to become a midwife.
This young lady would have lost her future but for facing high school. So nanado eti NDC for nyamo ma ye nyina maka hosam nyina bepem ne omtie ye ena nkomanfa wanfa kukudro anfa free SHSamba. This young lady, where would she be? This lady is now in the university or university. Utie ababa we historia. And can die soon in a shigo. And then or invest here or school. Obinya dachi papa. Why would we throw this away and bring in a president that failed completely to make provision for young people like this? I didn't hear. And you're very risky. Near conform and penia or kutia deal with kutia no kutia and they in close to 4 million. In the beneficiaries of free senior high school. I will forward the door and then papa be kasa or send them back third one. I will rest in high school. Now this is the first time and if ye qualabia to me a secondary school. Yes, let's do everything we can to block former President Mahama from ever coming close to the presidency. Only in this papa biama Ghana for, especially here for. And we have to do everything in our power and in our strength as a people to block him and his people from ever coming anywhere close to the presidency. Niamado na ka MPP. Yes, to me. But brain answer I say, I say a bomb by. Man to about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Na and nepa yet to me, on bomb by. Na diaka yen to me, on fancy share to aquemu, not for Embra. Owo GDS adebia ye beka ya dwene akoma bom asomai no ye betu ya ye former president Mahama enni sa gidie no on gindi se de pese ye bia betu ya ye yesi ye ne man kete enu ti na obisa ne se ne dai so wo man da chen kra ye dempa o se obeye nkoko buo kete ama mante ne mbaba na waton nkoko agum na nkoko no to a waton nkoko no na nkoko no nyi a wekumomo na waton ese eduma na hye. That is how small the vision is. I believe, say, si nyabotre, ni nye jidi wa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia embre pemuno, obeshi shenyama to ensure say, can ni biya wa Ghana fane biya no, obetumi aye bibi na wabra bonso akokain. Kwesiada, ye best answer atwaso. Like I said, there is no room for propaganda. There is no room for lies. There is no room for twist and turns. Who the seer, ye betra. Who transfer a do, ye beba be can of crano, a do. Me buy, my betwato and camasem, my both videos, my both audio, my show screenshot to make my point and make my case. I am daring any NDC member to show me one beneficiary of the free senior high school in this country. It's a complete falsehood, complete fabrication, complete lie. Na se NDC for one paniampa, omo the free senior high school bagana, nkomo green book no mo ye no, nkomo fanshim. At time, and fair. Now it's an insult and a complete disrespect to the people of Ghana. Say upon all the things you did against free senior high school, from as far back as 2008, Abepem 2016, Utuminya Kukudro in 2024, trying to claim Saudi free senior high school by. Meanwhile, 2016 kwa ye campaign crampono. Na ukuti free senior high school. But in your membre and memrepa. Se nyame adom na ye de ahoden ebom. Ye de adwene akoma kabom. Na ye ta Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Ye be retire John Mahama His Excellency Prekope in December 7, 2024 elections. Makramu nyina kwesiada no num pepepe. Ye wo entro bebre a otwaya ye be sanso aka honsem. Nyame hyamo makramu.
Nera sa seni